Since John Moxley, Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These five guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Come Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
All right, we go to week number 36 of our yearly standings. So that's what there's a couple of months left until we close out the first year. Is there anybody that wants to start us off?
I can.
All right, Tim, you go ahead.
So leading off, number one, the current reigning defending Ring of Honor World Champion, a very victorious effort over Jay Lethal to close out the current era of Ring of Honor, Mr. Jonathan Gresham. Number two, defeating not one, not two, but three former world champions to inject himself in a fatal four-way match for the WWE Championship at day one-ish. It's Bob Lashley and, of course, Braun Breaker continuing his winning ways. Braun. Coming up with another victory over the now open weight cruiserweight champion, Roderick Strong.
All right. Anybody want to go next?
Yeah, I can go next. Sure.
Right. Ryan, go ahead.
We'll go next. I put Jonathan Gresham number 3 because I knew he would get the first place votes anyway. So still with some recognition, but I wanted to highlight some other folks on the final battle card for Ring of Honor. Red Titus, the new ROH TV champion, beating then champion Dalton Castle, and I forget who else was in the match. There was like 3 people, I think, maybe 4. I forgot at the top of my head, but that was a fun little match. And then the Briscoes, the new Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, they are now a record 12-time ROH Tag Team Champions, cementing their spot in ROH history. Closing the chapter on this version, this era of ROH. I do love what the Briscoes are doing with FTR. I think everybody thought Wyndham last night when those lights went out, but also it could have been the Briscoes because FTR injected themselves. I was kind of expecting the Briscoes to come out.
I didn't even,
because I do think we see the Briscoes FTR on AEW television, but we can also see them tear up some of the indies like GCW and stuff. So very excited for the Briscoes, deserving of my number 1 spot.
All right, there you go. Anybody want to go next?
I can go while Mark's internet catches up.
Yeah, he'll figure it out.
That's
last week. My bad. I forgot to change them today. Do you remember who yours are?
Oh my God. Yes. So I had the Briscoes at number 3 for the reasons Ryan stated, their tag title wins, and number 2, John Gresham, same reason, title win there. And number 1, Matt Cardona. I think that this feud he's had leading up to the pay-per-view with Impact Wrestling with W. Morrissey and Moose has been his best work. Chelsea Green's inclusion aside, the storyline has been a lot of fun. And I think that him as the face chasing for the title has been a good resurrection for his career in a TV spot for him. So I think that will lead to bigger things. I don't think it leads to a title reign and Impact, but the storyline overall has been fun, and I wanted to keep him in the top 5 just to piss off Jim. So, mission accomplished.
I mean, double whammy right there. You did it. Mark, you want to give yours a try?
Okay. We're doing the 3-count question of the week.
You're ahead of us somehow. How'd you get ahead of us?
God darn, it's that good internet he has over there.
Darn. I have some great internet.
Oh, Billy, a little bit to the left.
A little left. I rolled him a beer. It was too dry here. Too dry. It's dry. But anyway, so Hillbilly and I sat down. We watched that Ring of Honor PPV. So for number 3, we picked Braun Breaker.
You know,
that's in the Ring of Honor pay-per-view. We went with Braun Breaker at number 3. And number 2, Hillbilly's
because he wasn't on the Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
He wasn't on the ROH pay-per-view. He was in that NXT version 2. And then, speaking of version 2, second place we went with Gerald and Jack the Briscoes. Still wrestling after all these years. Guys look great. They won the tag title again. Ring of Honor tag title, Gerald and Jack. And,
what did Hillbilly think about their opponents in that match? Let's talk about that for a minute.
What did Hillbilly think about him?
Yeah, who they were and things of that nature.
Well, he was glad to see the Briscoes get the victory.
That answers that question.
That's about all.
That's all what you think really say about that, I think, right?
That's all you can say about it. Oh, boy.
What you did, Ryan? You broke Mark.
You broke me.
It's about
Thanks,
time.
Smokey. Now, we were talking about the Gerald and Jack, the Briscoes. That great match they had. And then number 1, I chose Jonathan Greaser.
That's a new one.
Could have went with Mr. Jordan Grace, but he went with Jonathan Greaser. Okay.
Yeah,
Jonathan Greaser. We used to work with Jonathan Greaser. Remember him? That was before your time. I was always wondered what happened to me. I better not say it. But anyway, Mr. Jonathan Grace. What a match! I'm just glad it didn't go time limit draw. I'll tell you that right now. That is a clear winner.
He brings it back.
There should be clear winners in these. When it comes down to title matches, especially for a world title, I want a winner. Okay, I don't want this carrying on with time limit draws. That's not going to bring me back in. I'm out. I'm completely out. When you have a winner and a loser, that's what hooks me. That brings me back. It's that hook that brings me back. Okay? This time limit draw, leave that. That's why WCW went out of business. That's why you don't see the NWA or the ECW. We don't need those stinking time limit draws for world titles.
It's a shame we aired our grievances last week.
It is.
We are 1 week removed of Mark agreeing to collude with me to keep Matt Cardona in the top rankings, and he puts Braun Breaker in for no reason at all.
He did a thing on the show.
Yeah, he beat what's his name? Who was it? Teddy Hart. Who did he beat with?
Jesus Christ!
Oh boy, I'm just gonna.
I just wanted to hear more Blues Traveler lyrics coming from Mark.
Next week, Mark has to be the first person to give his Wrestler of the Week picks.
Oh, absolutely.
Agreed.
Period.
And
Dude, we're all going to get them to you right before we go on air then.
No, just send them in a different message. Don't include
I will
Mark.
send them privately to who gets them, Jim or Tim?
Either one.
Yeah, because Jim can pull them off the sheet.
Yeah, if you send them to Tim, I'll get them off the website. If you send them to me, I'll send them to Tim. Or you could send them to me.
I'm going to send fake ones then, like where I put like Paige. And Mark will be like, "Oh shit, Paige is back."
Which
all right,
Paige? Hangman Page, Ethan Page.
Oh no,
Diamond
like
Dallas
Lady Page.
I'm in Dallas Page. Jimmy Page.
Turn the Page. I mean, it's a good enough song. Why does it make a good Wrestler of the Week? All right, my three. My number 3 of this week is Happy Corbin, Baron Corbin, for calling out the stupidity of that asshole JD from NY.
I was curious as to why he made your list. I forgot.
Yeah,
I thought Sheamus was going to be on Jim's list for his appearance in all the Notre Dame hype videos that came out.
I mean, if it wasn't for Corbin calling that motherfucker out, he might have made the cut. But yeah, and as a part of the Jeff Hardy stuff, stupid people said stupid things, and stupid people got called out for stupid things. So, Happy Corbin, my number 1. My number 2 is Bobby Lashley. A great Monday Night Raw. Mark almost spit his whatever he's drinking out.
It's not poison this week. He's safe.
It's not poison. But you know, a number one part of one of the number one contenders for day one ish for the WWE, and then my number one, John Gresham, for all the reasons listed above, absolutely deserves to be the number one here. Devin says, "Hey, intern Mark, tell Hillbilly stop using my fucking internet." Devin, why are you in E-Town? That's not where you
Devin,
live.
You don't have to type
Why
out
is your
Heartbeat
internet
like
in E-Town? That doesn't make sense. Tim, where does that leave us for the week and for the year?
It's where the tip is.
That's right. It's where the tip is. For the week, we've got John Gresham taking top honors. Next is them boys, the Briscoes, Bob Lashley in third, and Matt Cardona in fourth. For the year-to-date standings, not much has changed, except for Matt Cardona finding his way into sole possession of fourth place. Slowly crawling, trying to climb to the heights of
ridiculous
Kenny Omega and of course the young Bryan Danielson. But there's plenty of action left to go here in the year. We are in the home stretch, so things are getting very exciting and possibly even a little bit frightening.
Possibly. There's still plenty of time to move.
When does the year move over? If we're in week 36, is it WrestleMania?
It is exactly the week after WrestleMania.
Okay.
Yeah, because we started ours that week. I think we had kind of made that choice.
I just finished updating the spreadsheet accordingly for all of the accurate dates. And week 52
you're not spreading your butt cheeks. I don't want to look.
That's right. Is the Thursday after WrestleMania.
All right, let's pause here. On the other side, we're going to talk our question of the week, which has to do with The Miz. We're going to talk the WWE Hall of Fame, and we're going to talk about what's next for Ring of Honor. So stick with us. 3 Count Thursday live.
Since John Moxley, Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. 3 Count Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.